Welcome to Conversations with the Leonard Movers and Shakers. I am your host, Mandisa Johnson. Today, we are having an updated conversation with our Atlanta mover and shaker, character designer, and creator of the Team Supreme show, Joshua Leonard. Hi, Joshua. How are you today?
Doing well. How you doing? Thanks for
I'm
having me.
I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah, no
What
problem.
what updates can you share with us pertaining to your career and where you're at with producing the Team Supreme show?
So some updates. I'm still doing some work for Lion Forge Entertainment, and we just finished working on a show called Ianu that will come out in the spring of 2025 on HBO Max, Cartoon Network, and Showmax in Africa. So uh,
Wow.
had a blast working on that. What else? I did about four shows for Lion Forge, but that's the first one that's actually getting put out next year. And as far as Team Supreme goes, we did all the pitching and all of that, but took a little break from it and did some other projects, uh, more IPs for me, and worked on that a little bit. But now I'm back to Team Supreme, so probably gonna have to start off with a comic first. So. I got some stuff lined up, making a Team Supreme calendar, which will be
Oh,
inclusive to every month will have a specific disability information. Um, and Team Supreme will have a character for that month. So that's what I've been doing. I wish I could show you. I have to show you after after this interview so you
okay.
can first look. But that's really it. I'm staying busy. I took a break from Team Supreme just to breathe, and now I'm back 100% full force. I got to make it happen. So, by any means necessary. So that's where we at right now.
That's great. You answered my second question, so I'll move on to the next one. From one of our past conversations, you mentioned how you worked a full-time job and went home afterwards to work on your passion. Is this still the case? And if so, how much time do you now dedicate to your content?
Yeah, that's a real good question. So I'm not full time at Home Depot anymore. I work on Saturday mornings now just for 4 hours, just so I can keep the insurance. But I'm still busy working on other client stuff, other studios work. So it's still tough to work on my own stuff because I have to take time out at the end of working on the client's work to work on my stuff. But it's not as difficult as it was when I was full time at Home Depot. So,
Mm-hmm.
I do have way more time to work on Team Supreme, which I'm grateful for. Um, so yeah, I mean it's I definitely make way more time to do it. And I've gotten better, obviously working at all these studios, you're gonna learn from a lot of different artists and big time art directors. Shout out to everybody that I work for at Lion Forge. Learned a lot, and I made thousands of characters for them. So it was
Wow.
it's gonna be real cool. I'm glad I have this. I take advantage of the time that I have now being outside of full time.
Wow, that's amazing. I can't wait to see I don't think I can pronounce the cartoon, but the one that you're working on
Oh,
with
Ianu.
Ianu. Okay,
Ianu.
thank you.
It's a
Thank
Nigerian cartoon.
Okay. That's great.
Yeah.
So a lot of times people think you should consistently work on their passions. How do you balance working on your passion and enjoying things outside of character design?
Uh, I think time management is a big deal. I'm able to do both. I like working out. Obviously, I like to draw. I don't have like cable or anything like that. That's one thing I don't do is watch a lot of TV,
Hmm.
like YouTube, because I can watch specifically what I want to watch. So I think time management is the biggest thing. And then you kind of make time you make time for your passion. I think, whatever you're passionate about, you're gonna some way, somehow, or you should. If not, then I don't know if that's truly your passion. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, I definitely, even when I'm drawing, usually YouTube is on in the background. I'll listen to whatever it is I'm watching, or sometimes it's just a music thing. So That's about it.
That's some good advice. So we're going to take a break, but we'll be right back. Welcome back to Conversations with Atlanta's Movers and Shakers. I am your host, Mandisa Johnson. Today, we are having a conversation with character designer and the creator of the Team Supreme show, Joshua Leonard. How do you prevent burnout?
I mean, I take breaks for sure. I definitely, I'm gonna get my rest. I don't believe, some people, oh man, I'm working 25/8 or whatever, I definitely believe in rest. I'm definitely gonna sleep. I'm definitely gonna do my job, work as many hours as I can possibly work without like killing your body. You still have to recover and things like that. So I definitely disagree with just overkill and overdoing it.
Mm-hmm.
You got this many time in the day and this and that. Well, yeah, but you got to sleep too. You got to rest, man. Your body gonna let you know. Always gonna shut down on you if you don't.
Mm-hmm.
You can push yourself to as much as you want, um, but at the end of the day, you still have to take a break, rest. So I wouldn't say I burn out. I get like art block and things like that, and I may need to take a break and, um, kind of people watch and see some design, just Pinterest, fi-
Mm-hmm.
find some other artists that I'm interested in that I like and just study things. And then I'll take a break. It might be a week off that I take, and then I come up with some ideas. I'm like, man, I got to put this down. I got to draw this. So, but definitely just taking a break. That's how I do it.
That's good. That's kind of like what I do when I do the interviews. I do not do them in one day. I'll do them in increments, go through the
Absolutely.
interviews, maybe like 5 to 10 minutes, and then I'm like, it's gonna get produced eventually, you know.
Exactly.
So how important is networking? And can you share about a recent time you networked and what you gained from that experience?
I think networking is crucial. Simply because you never know who's watching, first of all, so you never
Mhm.
know how they can help you. Um, and my dad always tells me, he's like, man, if somebody wants to help you, if they really want to help you, they will help you. If they truly want to help you, they will. Um, and I believe that. I'm like that as well. So if I have a certain connect that I'm able to help somebody with, I'm at least do my part and reach out to them and see what we can if we can make that connection. But um, no, networking is a major part. It can be through social media. It can be at events.
Mhm.
Um, I'm more of a homebody. I'll go places, but um, I'm still big on LinkedIn just because everybody, like, you get to see everything, everybody. You post work. You got this art director at this studio sees, it's little things like that. Um, that you may not get at an event, you know.
Right.
As easy as that, because you at an event you can't just hold your artwork up and be like, oh yeah, this is what I do, this is it. Once you put it on LinkedIn or social media, it's a lot easier to kind of they can gauge that pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
But also the events are good for face-to-face interaction, so they get to see if you have bad breath or not, so uh,
Right.
but it is good to it's good to have that really that personal interaction with someone, and and people don't realize, like, they may hire you just because they like you as a human being. Like
Mm-hmm.
that probably happens a lot. I'm not the best artist, but I think I'm good with people, and I think studios like my mentality, my background, and my beliefs and how I treat people. Um, I'll probably get hired off of that alone as well. And the artwork's like, oh yeah, 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 you're pretty good. You're all right. But we like you as a person. So that's the main thing. They have to see you, they have to see your work, and they have to like you, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Very important though. Very important. networking.
Yeah, it lets people know that you're real instead of just
Sure.
social media. So
Yep.
yeah. So if someone is trying to work in your industry, what networking tools like LinkedIn or in-person networking would you recommend, and can you share why?
Yeah, really good question. So if you're trying to get into animation, any film, animation, gaming, CTN, Lightbox out there in Cali, both of them out there in Cali. I think Lightbox is in Pasadena, which is another major networking event. That's literally what it's for. CTN, same thing. Literally what it's for. You're gonna have Netflix out there, Disney, every major studio will be out there, and you can sign up for portfolio reviews and things like that. You're gonna meet celebrities and your favorite artists that worked on these Marvel movies, and you'll see all those people out there. Um, People that you've grown to know from like voiceovers of your favorite cartoons and things like that will be there. I was able to meet Aaron Blaze out there. I'm a big fan of Aaron Blaze. If you're not familiar with him, he's got a short film that I think he's finished with it now. It's called Snow Bear, I think. But he
Okay.
worked on Brother Bear, Lion King. Like he's the original Lion King animator, and I think he did Beauty and the Beast. Like he's an OG, but really
Wow.
cool dude. Really humble. But I watch his stuff on YouTube. That's what I'm saying. Like just little things like that. He's got a channel. But definitely CTN, Lightbox. Um, Let me see. If you're out here in Atlanta, MomoCon, DragonCon,
Hmm.
anything like that, any of these, I would say a for South, who I was intern with, they're huge for the animation and film industry alone. They're originally, I believe, out of California, but we have our own,
Hmm.
our brother, sister, um, our system out here set up. But they do a lot of events as well. A lot of short films, and they work with SCAD, Kennesaw State, like all these. If you're in the film, a C for South is big out here. Yours is big out here. Atlanta Film and
Thank
TV,
you.
anything like that. Yeah, and even the events you put on. When we met out there and had that dope that little meeting, that group, networking event, I was off the chain. So anything like that, but you have to you have to get out there. You got to get your work out there for one, but like we just said, they need to see you. You have to, you can't be shy in this industry.
No.
Be shy in this industry. Not saying you got to be like super loud and outgoing and things like that, but you have to be able to speak up and introduce yourself, and because they want to know, they want to know you're confident in your work, confident in certain things. But I think that's about it, though. That's a real good question.
Thank you for sharing, and thank you for that compliment too. There was a question that I forgot to ask, and I think you may have answered this one anyway, but can you share a few things you do outside of character design?
In the art field.
Like what you do, maybe like for fun, for enjoyment.
Oh, yeah, 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 definitely. Definitely exercise. I love to work out. You can't tell, but both my rotator cuffs are torn. So I
Oh no.
I take my time with the gym. I don't lift nothing crazy, but I make sure that I'm lifting. I get on the treadmill, I still run and things like that. Yeah, I love sports. It's kind of hard to shoot a basketball with the torn rotator.
I bet.
It's not bad enough where I'm like, all right, man, at least I don't need surgery right now. You know what I mean? Like
Hmm.
I'm still able to do a lot of things. So I'm grateful for that. But um sports, like I said, I love YouTube. I like watching stuff get built. I like watching woodworking videos. And I love movies. Love movies. Like I will definitely watch a movie. I have a surround sound set up over here, really
Okay.
nice. I really like to enjoy like a really good movie. But that's really, I like cooking. Love cooking. Um, just got a brand new expensive knife set over there in a
Oh, wow. Okay.
crazy pot. I'm new. I just moved in over here, so I still got to get a bunch more stuff. But yeah, I love cooking. Um, what else? That's really it. I'm pretty chill, laid back. But movies definitely things that can kind of get me to grow as a person, as an artist. Certain books are dope. Um, I like learning about history. Love
Mm-hmm.
learning about history. Um, I think that's about it.
Okay.
About
Thank
it.
you. So during our last conversation, you mentioned the importance of having integrity in entertainment and networking like crazy, which I feel are both important. But since we last spoke, you have worked more in your field. Would you have any gems, which stand for great educational moments with movers and shakers, you would like to share with our readers and viewers?
Um, yeah, I think like I usually say is to just remain humble. If you're trying to get into, I would say any industry, don't compare yourself to this next person just, just yet because you may not like the results. Like, oh, I'm not there yet. Just take your time, continue to grow, learn, stay humble. Um, Because even me working at 15 plus different studios, I'm always looking to learn and grow. Even working with Lion Forge, even with my background and being a decent artist, I learned a bunch of new stuff just working on this show. So, and I
Mm-hmm.
do props and character design and things like that. So, um, but yeah, just staying humble and don't wear your heart on your sleeve to where you get feedback. Feedback is always, you may not like it, but it's what's the word? Uh, it's useful. It's
Mm-hmm.
useful. You can learn from it, and I still get feedback that you mean I'm a character designer, you know what I mean? So they're gonna say, I don't like this one, I like this one. So you just kind of okay, let's get it, let's make sure you like it. But that's just just being humble. Um, be a person of integrity, like I said, always, it doesn't matter what you do when they're watching. It matters when they're not watching.
Mm-hmm.
How do you still do? So little things like that. That's a really good question.
Thank you. Thank you for answering that. So do you have anything else you would like to share?
Um, Other than like the Team Supreme calendar and the Special Olympics and the Paralympics and the Olympics. I'm trying to partner with all of that. I did have one meeting with the Special Olympics last month, and I was supposed to meet with like one of the big people, but she got sick. So hopefully, I'll probably reach back out in January just to see where we're at since it's holiday season. But I think that's definitely gonna happen. The person I met with loved Team Supreme, and they love
Okay.
the things I wanted to do with the Olympics and the Paralympics and things like that with as far as like technology, excuse me. And with all these new characters that I've created, I have a lupus character. I brought back like all the OG, the vitiligo, albinism. I have cancer. I have I'm basically for each month we're gonna have whatever that disability is, at least the major one that people know
Mm-hmm.
about. I'll have a character from Team Supreme that breaks down this thing, and it'll be a dope calendar. Um,
That
and then
sounds
I'm making some
cool.
collector's cards for Team Supreme as well.
Oh,
So
wow.
on top of
Okay.
that, so you have to buy the calendar, and then it'll have a QR code. Scan the QR code, it's gonna bring you to the collector card and all of that. It's gonna be dope, man. So
Yeah,
I'm pushing Team Supreme right now, just getting it back in people's minds, and I'll kind of sneakily share artwork here and there that you start to see, but I'm waiting on a lot of the other ones.
okay.
But
We'll
asthmatic,
definitely support that.
thank you.
You're welcome. So, how can people who have may not know, how can they connect with you?
So LinkedIn, Joshua Leonard, easy to find. Social media is pretty much I'm Joshua Leonard. I am JoshuaLeonard. Website, leonardstudios.com. Another website, joshualeonardart.com. That's my more of like a portfolio.
Mhm.
Uh, that's pretty much it.
Well, thank you for sharing your updates with us. And thank you for joining us. Be sure to stay tuned for more conversations. And be sure to subscribe to AtlantaFilmingTV.com and give us a follow on Instagram at Atlanta Film and TV. Until next time, I'm Mandisa Johnson.
Thank you.